Good evening, everybody. It's 5:30. I would like to call the June 24th Village Fest Board meeting to order, please. Staff, can we have a roll call?
We have Chair Roberts,
Present.
Vice Chair Gonzalez,
Here.
Board Member Anderson. He is going to be absent today. Board Member Garten. Present. Board Member Idell. Here. He is Zoom. Board Member Alvarez.
Here.
And Board Member Battersby.
Here.
And then we have Main Street Representative Meredith. Here. We do have a plan.
Very good. Thank you. Are there any public comments this evening? Seeing none, how about board comments? Any board comments this evening?
Except for who?
So, I understand, City and your last meeting, and I would like to thank you for the time we spent together. I think it's been amazing. I've learned so much from both of you. I came onto this board very nervous and you both were very welcoming, so thank you. You'll be missed.
Thank
We will get to that on the agenda.
I'm sure we will, but
Yeah, that's all
my
here.
comment.
Thank you. I would like to say. go
Can I
ahead,
say
please,
though,
Joy.
what a great job was done at the city council and commission.
Oh, yes.
You did a wonderful job on it. Made me proud to have my little part in what goes on
Except I
here,
messed up-
and
Except I messed up your name.
it's okay. I mess up my name
After I said
sometimes.
it, I knew.
Doesn't matter, I got a lot of names.
So,
People call me words.
Let's come back to order.
Thank you.
On behalf of the entire board, I would like to welcome all of you for being here this evening. It's you that make Village Fest work, so we're very pleased that you're here. This festival has been going on for 33 years in Palm Springs. So we have a very proud tradition and we're always looking for exciting new vendors. And we're very interested in hearing what you'll have to say this evening. In a few minutes, we will call you up one by one. You will come here, you will press the button on the microphone, the light will turn green. And you will have up to 5 minutes to speak. You don't have to take 5 minutes, but you have up to 5 minutes. At which time, at 4 minutes, someone will give you a notification, and at 5 minutes, we will stop you and ask you questions, and then take a vote. Board members here present, you just heard Joy Meredith speak. Joy is a member of our board. She represents the downtown merchants, who are very much a part of the Village Fest experience, but she is not a voting member. The rest of us, including board member Idell, who has joined us via Zoom, will be listening and voting. So we look forward to hearing what you have to say in just a few minutes. We'll call you up. And we will move on. I see there's no correspondence. Is that correct?
None.
Good. Thank you. Can we have a motion to approve the agenda for this evening, please?
I'll move to approve.
Second. Let's vote. Antonio?
Yes.
Celia?
Yes.
I vote yes. Dan?
Yes.
And Mitchell?
Yes.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yes, for me.
Zero. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. And now a motion to approve the minutes from the June 10th meeting. So moved. Is there a second?
I'll second.
So we will vote. Cheryl,
Absolutely.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
I vote yes. Celia?
Yes.
And Antonio?
Yes.
Very good. Now we will move on to the legislative action portion of our agenda, which is where we talk to you and hear what you have to say. The first vendor up is Desert Melts Grilled Cheese. I understand,
I think they're outside.
Yeah.
They got everything's ready.
we might
have to skip them and move on.
yeah, we can move on.
Get them in here.
We will come back to them. Is Mary Mullally here of Fugitive
By
Art?
the way.
I know.
So Faith Mary's not here, 5B?
I don't see her.
All right, tamales.
Erica Herrera, it's your turn. Please come up. Camaraderia mi ranchito. That was my attempt at Spanish. I hope it.
So just press
Just
it?
press it, yeah.
Okay, but keep pressing it or
No,
just?
just press one.
Yeah, there you go. Mhm.
I'm gonna stop. Okay, so my name is Erica, this is my brother, and we came to present our business. Well, it's a family business, mostly my mom and my dad. They're the cooks. They're the heart of the business. And then, well, me and my brother and also my sisters, We have different selling points. We started a couple years ago at Veterans Hospital in Loma Linda. That's where we were first invited. And then 2 years ago, I believe they invited us to La Quinta to sell like outside of the Low stores.
Like my sister said, it's a family business. We do everything ourselves from scratch. All of our, well, what you're gonna taste right now, it's everything made by ourselves. We make our own masa. So we're always having like really high quality, good tamales, fresh tamales. And yeah, like my sister said, everything started a blessing at the VA, like 6 years ago. Just 2 years ago, we were able to be the first family in Riverside County having the first approved tamale cards. We don't have them here. We're having some, well, we can show you some pictures right now. I could pass we could pass our phone, but we have some small tamale carts. And that was a big blessing, that opened us the doors to Lowe's stores and Home Depots. So we left the family selling. The project started, here in La Quinta. Then we had the invitation from Palm Desert. Then it was Indio, and just 2 weeks ago, no, almost 1 month ago,
Yeah.
we were able to come here to the Lowe's stores in Palm Springs. So we have a lot of customers that have been telling us about the fest, the village.
Village Fest, yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Kind of.
All right, go ahead and pass them around.
Yeah, we're ready to try.
Right?
You want me to
Thanks,
do that?
Brooke.
Yeah, go ahead. So, you said that you have, no, they're really not.
There we have it.
You said that, you have carts that are at Home Depot and Lowe's. Are they selling cooked tamales that you eat right then and there, ready to eat, or are they selling more tamales you bring
Yeah,
home?
well, like, we have our kitchen in Moreno Valley.
Yeah.
That's where everything starts, and we bring everything prepared, so there's like prepackaged. So they're all ready just to serve.
So they're warm.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
we, the cars are like kind of a steamer,
Yeah.
so they're always maintaining the temperature and they're like just ready to serve. My sister's gonna show you the carts.
You're welcome to begin serving.
Those are very cute. Well done.
So you have the carts, but did you want to be mobile at the event, or did you want to have a stationary position at a specific spot? It looks like something that you would want to move through the event, and I don't know that we've ever had that, but.
No, it's just-
What we usually do it is have a booth,
Oh.
like have our canopy and then have our card as a display as well,
Yeah,
but we
so
can be
cute.
able to move it, but it's mostly for maintaining the tamales hot and like make it beautiful also, because it looks pretty and different, so that's kind of how we do it. We don't really move it around.
Okay.
We will do a booth in that case, yeah.
It's very cute.
Thank
So
you.
it's a cool steam too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. We have 4 different kinds today. We have chicken in a green salsa. We have pork in a red salsa, beef in a red salsa, but it's more like a birria sauce. And then we also have a green chili with cheese tamale.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, do you guys want to start with one kind only, or?
However you want to pass them out.
Yeah, however you do it, it's fine.
You can put it,
Sufficient.
yeah, whatever is
Yeah.
most efficient.
Yeah. So I take the order.
They all sounded super
Yeah,
good, so,
they're filling.
yes.
So there are these recipes your mom created, your grandma created,
I can say from, yeah, since my grandma.
your grandma.
My mom stayed with the receipt, but everything is made for herself, like, our masa is special, we put like, well, my mom's special ingredients like that. But everything's our style.
Gotcha.
Over top of it. You don't turn hungry, thanks. I got the same. Sit next to you.
I know, I like it.
Give me the, give me
What
the.
food comes upon it? I didn't keep them around.
My restless leg syndrome.
I only noticed because I do it too.
No, it doesn't teach other people.
Someone like
to
that.
wear it.
Yeah.
Do you want us to cut the ends? Cause how we usually do is we tie them and then you have to open them, but you'll get messed.
Probably easier if you cut them for.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can open them, all right.
No one thinks that people do it about the planning.
Well, she said normally.
How they do it. It's a regional thing. Some parts of Mexico, they do like a fold over, like the other guy that's over there.
Yeah,
Just fold them down, so they wrap in plastic, they fold them, or they tie them.
Squirting out of my way.
This will be pork tamales.
All right.
They're not spicy, so the sauce in the side, it's a mild sauce, especially made for the tamales, so. We're gonna do some napkins right now. The way we wrap our tamales, well, these are Mexican style tamales, but they're from the north side of Mexico. That's why you see the wraps in the ends.
Ah,
Yeah, from the south, it's more of a full tamale.
It appears that they're already in compliance with the.
Yeah.
What about, these are okay, right? Or the gelatin ones or what? These are regular plastic.
Yeah, this looks regular.
Is that okay?
So they didn't clip the ends.
They didn't, no, we got it in time. You might want to clip the ends on the other.
Okay.
Shoot, come on.
I know.
There are some napkins if you
They're very nice and wrapped.
Very nice. Oh, okay.
Most time consuming part.
Fatty. Oh, I guess I can get that.
I'm scared, Dan, it's okay.
It's just,
Wow.
Tamale sandwich.
small sandwich, yes.
You know, one of those is good.
Here, can I have some? We have chicken. Chicken? Here's some.
Oh, you know.
The best chicken.
It's so good because there's lots of filling.
Hey.
Thank you for reading.
This is a dinner show.
Now, I think we want chicken, two chickens,
Good chicken.
or something other than pork.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What's all looking at you?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love bacon and sausage, but I don't eat it. It's a big sacrifice.
It's Christmas
And I
right here.
do
This
it
is awesome.
because they're the ones.
It reminds me of December, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. we've done it
I
before.
can't, like, it's not fair to say because you're smarter than me. You can't take it.
We can't take.
But I have to start somewhere.
Brought a trophy just to show you all.
Nice.
In the Tamale Festival here in Indio. We took last year's second place.
Wow.
So chicken.
Chicken.
You can
And.
easily excite.
But really. That's so nice.
Yeah. Each got second place.
It's really hard to get up there. The Somali Festival is a lot of politics and it's just, to be able to get second place is
Yeah.
a big.
The maze is like.
How many people do you figure they have that
A lot.
enter? I mean, it's so many.
My aunt competed like 4 years in a row,
Yes.
in like the late '90s, early 2000s. They would never give her sweepstakes because of stuff. We would always go to a nonprofit.
I learned how to make them about 3 years ago. I did a show, a tamale show. And I had a lady on that didn't speak English that was teaching me how to make tamales. I had to have a translator. And it was
Oh, they're
it was a lot of fun, but yeah, it was a lot of work.
so good.
Like,
That is delicious.
I mean, when you made them, you understand why they make it. It's not something that you just to make 5 tamales.
Are you gonna be selling frozen tamales as well for people to be able to take or just regular? eat?
Yeah, at our locations or at the village we're accepted, we do have the option for the clients.
Mhm.
If
If
we
somebody
want,
wants to buy them frozen.
yeah, we have clients that like at our locations that they come from other state and they like to take home like frozen tamales. But we could do that.
Isn't there someone who sells them at the farmer's market like that, frozen? I know I bought
They
them.
sell them hot and frozen.
If we can have them frozen, is that the question?
No, is there somebody else doing frozen tamales?
Oh, not the, no,
Not our farmer's market, the farmer's.
The farmer's
market.
no, it's not.
The one on Saturday.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
is there? No, we
Yeah.
we have the one, the tamales that.
These are delicious.
I think they're
Yeah, it's very good.
I think what makes our difference in our tamale is that we make for around 7 years, we have been making our masa every day. So I think that's like the most important thing on the tamale, is the
It
masa.
is.
So you're always gonna find like that moisture, soft masa, cause like we're blessed because we sell out every day. We just take like a certain amount of tamales that we know we're gonna sell them. So every day we could produce, and every day you're gonna get like that quality, which is really moisture and soft tamales.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Delicious.
Do you grind the corn? Or do you guys
We
have-
don't, we do them with maseca, that's like,
Already.
yeah,
Mhm.
but, like I said, the north side, which is Sinaloa, our state,
Yeah.
we put like some other things on our masa to get that like special flavor.
Very nice. The secret ingredient.
Yeah.
He tells you he's gonna have to kill you.
You want to try the beef?
Yeah.
Of course.
And then for the cookies, are they coricos or are they are? Okay.
Oh, you know, oh, wow, yeah.
Ricos, pan de mujer, and then conchas.
Nice.
This is phenomenal.
They are phenomenal. All right.
I'm jealous.
Any other board
Really
questions
enjoying
for,
yourself.
Maria?
Yeah, right, you know.
So if somebody wanted to contact you and say, I want to order a dozen, can it be picked up at Village Fest?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes. Thank you.
It's
Awesome.
yes,
Do
we
you have a
can.
website?
right now, we just have our Instagram, which is like our main page right now,
Mhm.
or Facebook. Yeah, those are our main.
That's all you need, yeah.
Yeah, and we're in an app called Best BFT, Best Food Trucks.
Mm.
It's this app that it's across all the country. And how do you say it?
It's kind of like DoorDash, but
Something like
it's
that.
just for food trucks.
Yes.
So
BFT.
essentially, if you have a food truck business,
Mhm.
you'll appear on that app. Obviously, you have to sign up and stuff. And then people are able to see what you have for the day. And then they can order and then they can just pick up at whatever location you put in there, like your app.
Oh,
Like
so
for
we're,
us-
oh, I got you.
Yeah, like for us that we are at the Lowe's store or Home Depot, we'll just turn on our shift and then people will be able to see our location and then we can turn on and off like the flavors that we still have, whatever we ran out of.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like that how it
Right.
works.
That is great.
That is a genius idea. Well, congratulations, they're
Yeah,
delicious.
they are
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Like
so
that?
much.
Yeah. One caution, board member Ganella brought up. If you do advertise,
Mhm.
you cannot use the Village Fest name in your advertisement. So you can say that you're a part of Village Fest, but not to say come pick up at Village Fest. So we want you to say you're part of Village Fest and that would be.
That was my mistake.
But if you have an order,
Yeah.
you could, and you're emailing back and forth with them, you can email them, pick it up here.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, right? But you just can't,
You just can't
in your
post
ad,
Yes.
on your, yeah, you can't post it anywhere. You can't post it.
You can post at your app Village Fest, but you can't post for people to come pick this up.
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
Any other questions or comments? I think we're ready to entertain a motion.
All right, we'll move to approve.
I second.
Let's vote. Cheryl?
Yeah, you all were enjoying yourselves too much. So I'm gonna say yes.
Look how big they are.
That's why I called on you first, Cheryl.
Major FOMO over here.
Hunger falling, but it's not happening.
Antonio?
Yes.
Celia?
Yes,
Yes, very good. Dan?
delicious.
Resounding yes, fabulous.
And Mitchell?
Absolutely.
Congratulations. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
For sure.
Do you want to clean that up or do you want to leave it for a few minutes or what would you prefer to do?
Well, they're for you, so I don't know if you wanna.
You can leave them.
You can-
We'll give you a.
You can take care of mine.
Okay.
This is dinner time.
Now I can finish this.
Watch, you'll get one now.
No, I
There
don't
you
know
go.
what I wanted.
Is, Desert Melts ready?
Yes. There you go.
You ready? Do you need time to set up or are you? Okay, well, come on up and, everybody loves grilled cheese.
Put that right there.
Okay.
So, hello, my name is Patrick Weeks. I'm the owner of Desert Melts Grilled Cheese Sandwiches. My partner, Joni Toner, and I started this business about 3 to 3.5 months ago, right at the end of season. Perfect timing to start a business, right? What we've done is grilled cheeses, but what we do with grilled cheeses is we take our own lives, our own perspectives of our lives, experiences that we've had, and we elevate them, we kick them up. I like to use the word kicked up. I sling cheese. I'm not a gourmet chef, although some people kind of think that these are kind of special, which is good. Our menu right now consists of things like the Kahlua pig, which is a Hawaiian roasted pig with pineapple and a huli sauce on it. We've got a pimento cheese sandwich that we do that we're working on some fine tuning on. What you're gonna taste today is the Don't Go Bacon My Heart, which is pesto, garlic, fontina, mozzarella, tomato, bacon, love fest there. I was hoping for it to be a little warmer for you, but it is what it is. And then after that, we've got what we call our Hello in Dubai, which is our dessert sandwich. You know that there is a big fad right now with Dubai chocolate out there if you're paying attention to social media. So we've got a pistachio cream with a ganache and some marshmallow fluff on brioche. It's lovely. And I think that I would step back and see if there's anything that you would like to add in there and see if there's questions. But otherwise, I think I want to pass these things out because they've been waiting a good long time.
They have. What we do, Patrick hit on it, was we've taken,
We're sharing things.
there we go.
Sorry.
We've taken spots in our lives where we've lived and turned those into sandwiches. So I grew up on the islands in Hawaii, so we have a Kahlua pig Hawaiian sandwich. He was in Arkansas. We did pimento cheese. We did all kinds of things. So we're playing with our lives, putting it on the plate. Food is our love language, so we just love spreading the love.
Thank you.
Sorry, I tried to make sure they were hot for you. But I got it.
And there are several studies that have been done that grilled cheese is America's favorite sandwich. It's
Yeah.
time and time again, it comes up.
Comfort food.
I would agree with that. So on top of all the stuff that we're doing, we're still doing grilled cheese, right? At the end of the day, you have to have what we call the OG, which is exactly that grilled cheese from your childhood. Kicked up only slightly, so I got a little bit of cheddar and American in there, but we try to keep it simple. Our biggest seller, which I can go out and make one for you afterwards, I ran out of time, is our Desert Melt, which is a takeoff on a French onion soup grilled cheese.
Fire.
It's got Parmesan crust and all sorts of love inside.
If you got time.
Hey, I got time. I just didn't have time to get here.
You make these on the grill outside.
Yes, there was no way I was gonna cook a sandwich at home and bring it in here. I'm already not happy about how not hot they are right now.
Quality is great.
Thank you. I appreciate that, sir.
Yeah. We ready for dessert?
Should you be approved, will you bring a grill to Village Fest and cook
Absolutely.
cook on
That
that?
Blackstone right there, I can do over the course of about a 4-hour period. I can do with breaking a sweat, don't get me wrong, I can do
It's
100 sandwiches on that without a problem.
many?
It's the 100.
And we did more than that. We were at,
That's easy, that's on the average night, but we did on the Vintage Fest, we did 150 sandwiches by noon. And we ran out of product and the rain came and the whole thing went away at the same time, so it was kind of good for us.
I remember that.
Are you at any other consistent markets?
We've been, well, we started out, actually, the Cultural Center was the first place that we showed up at. We did their Foodie Fridays and then we did their farmers market until they went inside. We've been doing the Banning food trucks that are out in Banning on Sundays. Soon enough, Cathedral City is evidently going to be getting one, a food truck event.
Yeah.
So we'll be involved in that. But right now, because it's not season and we started at the end of season, you know, those leads that we have for that consistent summer gig is a little bit limited, but we're doing pretty good. And it's all about the product and the branding and making sure that I got somebody like Joni Toner on my side here, because if it wasn't for her, I'd be sitting in a pile of cheese wondering what to do.
Do you want to
Got a
start?
question. if that's okay.
Seasonal, what is your goal?
I would like to be year round.
Cheryl has a
Cheryl has
question.
Yeah,
Cheryl?
so you said you literally just started this about 3 months ago, so tell us a little bit about kind of what got you here and like, what were you doing? What were
got
you
me?
doing 4 months ago?
Right, so I am not a career chef by any stretch of the imagination. I'm a home cook that got involved in the culinary world a couple of years ago after a lot of passion in my life. My life was spent building scenery for rock and roll shows and theme parks and
Wow.
building museums and running museums and that kind of stuff. And I came back out to Palm Springs about 3.5 years ago. My mother is in her 80s. I'm the primary caregiver. My sister got my dad, so I get mom. So we're out here, and the stuff that I do really isn't relevant out here so much, not on the scale that I used to do it. And this passion for food, experience in the kitchens, and being able to bring it out and do this for a living is pretty nice.
So I can tell you as a professional chef that it's a very hard thing to do, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Especially grilled cheeses, be able to deliver them hot and for people, because that's how people want to enjoy it.
Exactly.
So that's a tough goal, and I appreciate the fact that you can do that. And these were delicious, so thank you.
Thank you.
You've obviously reinvented yourself, which is
100 times.
at any age. But these are amazing. I have a question about if you probably can turn out about 100 on one grill. If you find that you're running out by 8 o'clock, will you be able to
We've
then
already
the
talked
following
about
week
buying
bring
a second
two?
grill.
Yeah,
We
bring a
just
second
talked
grill.
about that. The
Yeah,
second
yeah.
we need a second grill, it'll be purchased.
Right, so an average night from my conversations with folks out there during season is around that 100, would be that 100 plate mix up, 100 to 120, 130 plates in the evening. That is not a problem on a single Blackstone. Where we're talking about second Blackstone is if we do Stagecoach, if we do something like Coachella, or those, like if we do the Vintage Fest again, they had like 4,000 people that showed up by 8 o'clock in the morning, it seemed, right? So we might pull out a second grill for an event that size.
Will-
that kind
And
of-
if we need one for Village Fest, we absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
The other vendors are not selling you grilled cheese, right on some.
Right.
So let's just not discount that, but go ahead.
Will you be selling one specific kind of sandwich, or are you gonna have your whole menu of sandwiches?
Whole menu of sandwiches. So right now we have 4 that we're selling consistently, 5 that 5th one that we're working on. I'm not happy with it. And so I'm not putting it on the menu right now.
And are you gonna do the dessert one also?
Yeah.
Yes.
How are you gonna keep that cold?
So we have our coolers. I have an entire prep station that I set up with hotel pans and ice packs and that kind of stuff to make sure that everything is staying where it needs to be.
So is the beauty front of the house and you're the.
Yes.
You see my back. See my, our easy up isn't big enough to see my face. I have to have my back to you.
Who did all the naming of the sandwiches? Who came up with that?
I want to say that I came up with one of them and probably the rest of them were her.
That's probably right.
Yeah, so I came up with the Big Kahuna.
Right.
And the other one that I came up with, she changed the name of, and it's the right thing to do.
I just told him that in the car. I said. Changing the name.
I think I know who's in charge here. So one production question.
Yeah.
Will you be pre-assembling the grilled cheese sandwiches so you can just pop them right on the grill? Or do you actually
No.
crack
Order
the
and
sandwich right there?
They take too long to cook off that way. So what
Oh,
I do,
really?
yeah,
Mhm.
the
Is it
only
because
thing,
because they're chilled at that point, is that why?
because the inside is cold and
Yeah.
that has to come to temperature in order to be able to serve it,
Gotcha.
right?
Okay.
And to melt the cheese.
Yep.
So what we do is we take that bread and we slather it with mayo, because that's best for the outside of the grilled cheese, right? Then we assemble the whole thing on the grill on 2 pieces, let that go for a little bit, get it under a lid. It's not gonna melt all the way, but it's gonna get warm enough for me to close that thing up and get it done in about another 2 minutes. So
Got it.
the only sandwich that we've talked about pre-making was a sandwich that we do that uses peaches. Which is absolutely probably the best sandwich that we make. It's just not a big seller. So we're playing with the name and some other stuff, but
It's
it's,
his mother. Oh,
no,
this is my best friend's husband, by the way.
Yeah.
So, and it was asked earlier how we started. I have had this in the back of my head for a while that he and I should do this. I own a separate business with my husband. my best friend, his wife is a preschool director. I drove to their house one day. I was in the neighborhood and I said, I'm gonna come over. He said, okay. And I walked in, I said, we have to start a grilled cheese business together. He said, okay. And he quit his job like the next week and here we are. So, I didn't tell my best friend or my husband, and neither did he. And then we started a company and I have an LLC and they were like, wait, oh, okay. And here we are. So all is well.
Some things you don't need to spend a lot of time talking
No,
about.
it was a kind of tasting. It'd been in my head and I was like, I just have to tell him and get it out of my head. And I drove up and he said yes. And then that was it.
Who's your other business restaurant?
It is. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're here in Village Fest, Doe Creamery,
Oh,
ice cream.
Oh,
Yes,
nice. Wonderful.
Yeah, so I've been here.
Not a bad combination, best ice cream with the best grilled cheese.
Delicious ice
At
cream.
least in the
So
valley.
I forgot where I was going with that, but I don't remember where I was going.
You were
but-
talking about the peach.
Oh,
sandwich.
the peach is his mother's recipe. She makes it for holidays and it's delicious. And it's a different version of the peach. She does whole peaches and they're delicious. And I said to him one day, we were making sandwiches, we were testing, and I said, we need to make your mom's peaches into a sandwich. And he just stopped and looked at me and kind of, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. I said, here's how we're gonna do it. When I make ice cream, I take pineapples and I do this and this and that to them. And I turn it almost into a chutney. That's not what it is, but that's kind of it's a jammy situation. I said, we need to take this and do that. And we did, and it's amazing. We just have to figure out, we're gonna rename it. We're gonna
We're
remarket
probably
it.
gonna make it seasonal. People in Southern California, they see the word peach and they don't get really excited about peaches. And I understand that. I mean,
Obviously, they've never been to Atlanta.
well, I'd sell these like gangbusters.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And it's remarkable. And
It's probably the best sandwich that we have, actually.
Well, the peach tree.
So
There you go, everything in Atlanta's.
We actually call that one the WTF, the what the fruit.
She's like.
We're recording, So we call that one what the fruit, because originally we were talking about changing out the fruit like every other and doing like seasonal fruit or whatever. And
And then he said no.
then we said, no, let's just do this. And
Well, I think your concept is great. I mean, we certainly don't have a grilled cheese vendor at Village Fest. You will be unique and fit right in with our diverse vendors of food. So I think it's gonna be exciting. Any other board questions? No. I think we need a motion then.
I'll make
move
a
to approve.
motion.
Oh,
Cheryl?
Cheryl, go ahead.
I'll make a
Thank you.
motion that we
Yes.
accept,
Also-
oh, I've lost your name
Let us
here.
vote.
Desert
Cheryl,
Yes.
Yeah.
Antonio,
Yes.
Celia.
Yes.
I say yes. Dan?
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
hey, Cheryl, come find me on Thursday night and I will be happy to let you taste what they tasted, okay?
Absolutely. When I'm back in town, I will be first in line.
Thank you and welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. What I heard here. Mary Mullally, I guess is not here, so we'll move on. Aldo Petrozelli with Peanut Brothers.
No, it's not.
No. Okay. Mark Hanna, that must be you. Please come up.
So I'm an artist and a film photographer up in Joshua Tree. And I have my own darkroom and I make my work traditional film processes. So I brought another bunch of pieces to show you, nothing delicious to eat, but I wanted to give you an idea of the kind of work that I do. I do mostly desert landscape and I'm just trying to figure out how best to show you. I also work with alternative processes. I have a big 8x10 camera and I use that to make cyanotypes.
Oh, those are pretty.
What did you call them?
They're cyanotypes.
pass?
Absolutely.
I've heard of it.
Oh, here, let me walk into it, sorry. And just to show you what that looks like, this is film from an 8x10 camera. So these are one by what we call contact prints, 1-to-1. I built my own rig and I used the sun to make these prints.
Oh, wow.
And then some of them are actually also toned with green tea to get a kind of a sepia color to it. And basically with cyanotypes, you can bleach them and then tone them with anything with tannins. I use green tea because it doesn't stain the paper as much. But you can use coffees and wine and do those
Very
kinds of
green.
things. Yes, exactly. Here, I'll pass these around. These are made from 35mm film. And there are also a couple of these are examples where I've sepia toned them to traditional chemical processes. That's a couple of these. And these are the smaller pieces that I sell. I
It's like those old postcards.
also do larger pieces by hand, 8x10 from 35mm and medium format film. And I have some pen and inks that I sell. These are the 8x10s, and then I do these from medium format film. I have two enlargers, so I can enlarge up to 4x5.
So some of them didn't have matting. Will you have matting available for people to purchase if they did, or?
The cyanotypes I don't mat. I leave them that way and sell them without matting because typically people put it into a frame without the matting. All of my photo prints I prefer to mat, and then I've moved to all the black mats as well. Interestingly enough, I sell up there in Joshua Tree, and the sun can bleach white mats a little bit, so I move to the black mats. And I also shoot infrared. An infrared camera, and these I have printed for me on a chrome metallic paper.
Oh, those are gorgeous. Oh, wow.
And these I can make larger. I sold this one, and then they wanted a bigger one, so they sent it back to me, and then I ordered a much larger version of. So I have larger versions available when people want them. But I don't bring them with me because they're big, they take up a lot of space, and I usually put the big pieces on easels.
Yeah.
And then I have in my tent, then I have walls that I can clip all of those things onto.
Excuse me one second. Cheryl, can you actually see these?
Here's the camera here.
It's right here. This is the
Ah.
camera.
Sorry, go ahead.
This right.
Carry on.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's one.
Yeah.
There. So this is done with an infrared camera. I have a digital camera converted. It's called a full spectrum conversion. And by cutting off different wavelengths of infrared light, I can get a different color palette. And it can mimic from aerochrome, which is a bright red film, to palettes like this, which is a turquoise palette.
So that's what created the sky, that color.
On the camera for our colleague that's remote, the other one is the how would you call them?
The cyanotypes, yes.
Yeah.
So the cyanotype
There you go.
There you go.
is made with 8x10 film. And I paint these in my dark room under a red light. I mix my own chemicals, and I brush these on under a red light. Once they dry, then I can expose them to the sun. It's the UV light that actually creates the
It's like a little tin type.
exactly. It's similar to that. Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, very nice.
Mark, which ones are the silver gelatin prints?
These are silver gelatin. Silver gelatin is basically just the traditional in the dark room print. Silver gelatin is for the chemical that's on the paper when you're making the photo print, as opposed to this, which is printed for me, which they call chromogenic printing. That's kind of typical when you buy a photograph. It's usually this, but I make these by hand, and that's what the silver gelatin process refers to.
Very unique.
Thank you very much.
Perfect timing.
Any other questions?
President, great.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you
Beautiful
very
work. Yeah, you're very talented.
Thank you very, very much.
How did you first, I mean, have you always done photography, or is it something that?
I have, and I'm, old enough that I actually learned some of this in high school. And
Not on an iPhone, right?
yeah, exactly. Although they can make fine photographs. But
How long does one like cyanotype, long is that process?
how long does the process take?
So you take the picture,
Yeah. The exposure depends on basically the thickness of the negative, meaning if the negative's under or overexposed. This will take about 5 minutes of sunlight to make. And so
How much of your time does it take to complete that piece? Like labor time?
labor time, I'll paint a lot of these over a couple of hours, and then I have to let them dry.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes a piece. Rinsing and toning adds a couple more minutes to it if I want to tone it or not. And that also involves painting on there again. And then the prints take a little bit longer. I don't know if you're familiar with the process, but you're in there working with strips and trying to figure out exactly the exposure that you want. Then once you have that down, you can kind of print them off, pretty quickly, but then there's a limit to how many you can make in a day, so. It's obviously it's a lot more time consuming than the digital printing, but it's a lot more fun too.
Are they numbered? Numbered? and signed?
I don't number them, but I date them.
Okay.
And what I do is I always let people know that the photograph is actually signed and dated on the back, but I also sign the back of the mat so that you can see that there's a signature. If they ever get separated, there's a signature on the photo as well.
Okay.
And I also have a little tag here that explains exactly what it is. So it's my name and then what kind of a print it is, and then I Instagram.
And if a buyer wants you to autograph the mat on the front so that it's visible when they frame it, you could do that right then.
I will, and people have asked for that before too, especially if they're buying a number of pieces from me.
Yeah.
They'll sometimes ask me to sign the front of them.
Nice.
You can tell me I'm crazy with this comment, I won't be offended, but when I felt as I was looking through these, I wish you had note cards. To write a note with some of these pictures, and I don't mean to denigrate your art in any way, to
No.
reduce it down to a greeting card type format, but those are beautiful, and they're so Palm Springs and desert, and
Oh, thank you very much.
that thought popped in my head.
Oh, thank you very much. I
Take
appreciate that.
that.
I found because a lot of the work that I like to do actually is around abandoned. I had a solo show last year in the Chaffee Museum in Ontario. That was abandoned Mojave. It's something I continue to work on, but people really do like more of the landscape of the area. And so the stuff that I print and put out, I kind of mix it a little bit. I put a lot of the abandoned stuff that I really like. I like this. I like all the work, but the ones that really do sell are the landscapes and the joshua trees and some of that kind of stuff.
Can you photograph any of the Desert X stuff and show, because when you said like abandoned things, there was that one, the Soul Station, right? It was a gas station where you go to replenish your soul.
Oh.
It was very cool, and I saw it posted online, but is that something that you can photograph and actually sell, or is there a copyright for you with that?
Somebody else's artwork, I probably wouldn't.
Even if it's an installation.
Even it's an installation.
Okay.
The one I showed you here that was Bombay Beach was kind of with that sofa on there. It's kind of an organic thing that people were playing with, and it kind of captures that area. But I photograph those things for fun, but I probably wouldn't print somebody else's work unless they wanted me to.
Very cool stuff.
Oh, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Photography, it seems like what you're doing is so unusual in that realm, like a real skill to it.
And technical.
Yeah, very, chemical and.
I don't, but I have been asked that a lot, especially because of where I live in Joshua Tree, and there's a lot of Airbnb experiences and things like that. And I had folks come by at one point and they bought something from me, and they had done some of one of those things, and they suggested it. So it's not something I do right now, but it's something I might want to do, because these are the things that I produce now, but I also work with a lot of other different kinds of alternative processes. But that's that might be something I want to do in the future.
You're very cool.
Yeah.
This because it's very unique. We have a lot of people that sell photography. Yours is something completely different from what anybody else is doing. So
well, I appreciate that.
really
And
like
I always feel like I always encourage other photographers to come out and sell, because our stuff's always different, and so I never feel like there's any problem having other photographers around.
Yeah.
And it's very locally themed, which is really good because we have a lot of tourists here. They want to bring something home. It's easy to pack in your bag.
And
And which-
beautiful, and your price points are smart.
perfect, yeah.
I think they're smart for the tourists that come here and the people who would want desert centric art.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. I tried kind of bringing bigger pieces and charging more, but it seemed to work out better for me to have smaller pieces, and then folks can buy bigger ones from me, and I have a website that they can go to if they want to.
Any other questions for Mark
No.
about a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
All right, let us vote. Cheryl,
Yes.
O'Neill,
Yes.
Celia,
Yes.
yes. And
Yes.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I really
I
appreciate
really want you to say yes.
I want to say yes, but I don't vote. But if I could, I would. Yes,
Resounding.
in my head. I was
Wow,
saying it.
beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Unusual.
So I guess that moves us through the vendors.
Yep.
Moving on into unfinished business, compliance. Is there anything to talk about there? Staff?
Yeah, from a staff level, we don't have any updates. I would like to maybe during the summer season, talk a little bit about a program that we want to put in place, because we've had multiple discussions about different ways to do some compliance checks utilizing some of the board resources. So maybe while we have a little bit of downtime, we can figure out what that looks like and have it implemented as we head into the fall season.
Yes, yeah, very good, thank you. No new business. Next point in our agenda is kind of bittersweet. And it's bittersweet because we are acknowledging people's service to Village Fest and the city. And we're also going to have to say goodbye to some people. So, for now. So that makes it bittersweet. But first, I would like to call up Dottie. Dottie, would you come up? Dottie served on the board for 6 years.
6 years.
I understand that it was Dottie's terming out and someone else that created a position for me on the board and Chris Ramirez. So we want to thank you for your service to Village Fest.
Thank you.
And we know you loved it. Have something here for you.
You know,
It's like the prize toy box.
Oh, my goodness,
Nothing under their bike.
an Academy Award.
And this was long overdue to get to you,
Oh,
but we
thank you
wanted to
so
make sure you
much.
had it.
Well, I wanted to be here because I got those two interested in getting on the board. And so I was here for their first meeting, now for their last.
Oh,
So, it was the greatest 6 years that I ever spent because of all you people that are here regulars and all you new people. I really appreciate it.
miss you, Dottie.
Thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
Dottie.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank Dottie for introducing us to Village Fest and supporting us on it, and I feel like she was my mentor.
Absolutely.
And there's-
me a lot. You taught me a lot.
and your knowledge of jewelry was just blow me away in all meetings. It was really.
Used to love
crazy.
that
Yeah,
part.
jewelry. But it was amazing to serve under you, so
I enjoyed it.
thank you for
Thank
being
you.
good.
Thank
friends.
you. Thank you
very
so
much.
much.
And now the rest of the story. I think if I have the timing right, it began in 2019.
That's right.
That's correct.
Vice Chair Ganella, Board Member Garten joined the board. Shortly after that, from March of 20 to 7 of 21, we were shut down because of COVID.
I'm going to say again, we got cheated.
Once a year.
So Village Fest went from Village Fest to absolutely nothing, to zero. And to come back for that seemed like it was going to take a lot of effort. But I want to applaud Vice Chair Ganella, who stepped up and was chair at that time and helped us rise from the ashes to come back to what we are today. So Dan, thank you.
Thank you.
Years of service.
Thank you.
You will be missed.
Oh, nice. Spell my name right.
I thought you didn't say wrong, like you like.
Now,
Thank you so much. And
the person who sits to my right, I will really miss her. She has been I'm gonna get,
Oh.
That's all right.
she has been my conscience through many things. She's whispered in my ear.
Sweet nothings.
She's guided us through jewelry issues.
Yes.
And she's often said to me, Wow, you look really nice tonight. And I think she's the only board member who's ever done that.
I
We-
tell you that.
I told her.
Your shirt matched your eyes.
We will miss you.
Indeed.
And I want to thank you for your years of service to Village Fest.
Thank you. Want to say, I'm going to genuinely, from my heart, miss all of you, miss this experience. Coming to the desert, I knew nobody. And this experience of getting to sit on this board, and Dottie, thank you again for bringing me to it, and Jasmine and Faith and Joy for being a constant here. It's just been something I've looked forward to. I love all of you. I love you and I love you. And I hope that the board just continues to grow and prosper and do great things, because I know you will. So,
Thank you.
So it is bittersweet, right? But congratulations and thank you for your service to the board and the city.
thank you. This was lovely.
Thank you.
For us.
Yes.
Main Street, any comments?
This tomorrow's good.
No.
It's a tough act to follow.
We got the word on the street about what the summer plan is, to which I might have forwarded to Jasmine. Somebody said, oh, I thought we were closing it for the summer, which was never said. And, you know, we're just working it out 1 month at a time for that most southern block to see how it goes and make sure they're not too negatively impacted. And that's all, but, you know, we had the problem, came to Jasmine and Faith, they worked on it, and we'll do the best that we can to let it have the best impact possible. So,
Thank you.
so thank you very much for listening. I mean, that's really the thing, the communication that we have here.
Oh, my goodness.
Between the merchants and Main Street and these wonderful ladies right here, all these years, understanding that that it was possible to partner, even though we started off very contentious, and it changed everything. And so I'm very grateful. Cause you do not want to have the merchants all riled up every
No.
Thursday, trust me.
Yeah.
We don't want you right.
No.
Uh-huh.
I get the phone calls.
Yeah.
I call these ladies right here and they just handle it right there that night if at all possible. And it's really the only way that we could really work this way is by this kind of communication and understanding.
And thank you for nurturing that relationship.
Yes.
Agreed.
Thanks.
Agreed.
Yeah, we know sometimes your line is a fine line that you have to walk, and we appreciate that.
My husband, he was on Village Fest for
Yeah.
7 years. And I came on Village Fest. And then we had a couple merchants on the board, which was good, like I think Laurel
Yeah,
was
she's
for a
there.
while, and you know, it really helped
Daryl.
because just to be able to have that input. And so just, oh, right there. So just to be able to have that continuity like that, though, so we could all understand how we could come together and compromise often, we do. So, and I thank all of you for that very, very much. And you,
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you, Joy.
I went from no to a lot.
Yeah. I was doing.
Antonio or Joy, anything on marketing or social?
Get online.
Eat.
No. They turn off
It was being a little funny, but I believe we.
Can you
picked-
unblock her?
I believe. I think we picked up almost 100 followers since the last meeting. In the last month, we've had 46,000 views, almost 1,000 interactions. And our content has been shared a little bit over 100 times. So it's definitely little bit of a slowdown from in season, but traction is still there. So
Are you the person who approves all the postings that go for Village Fest, or they automatically go on?
they automatically go on, but Joy is the one that's pushing them through.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Joy.
Joy.
Thank
Oh.
you both.
Sure, we're a good team.
Cheryl, anything on the survey? I don't know if you were able to watch the YouTube presentation, but we certainly spent a lot of time talking about the survey and, we're on the hook to deliver, so,
Yep, no, you did a great job, explaining it, and I think it was great that we had that data and those facts, to share in that meeting. But there's nothing new since, since our last meeting. The students are, out of school anyway, they're back August 6th, but then we're on hiatus, I guess, for the month of August. So my plan is through July to work on, an outline for them so that maybe we can get it to them so that during, I'm not sure exactly when Kirsten will be ready to get them started, but she said they absolutely are ready to do a consumer facing study. I will need some other help because I was basically working with Celia and Dan. So I don't know about the new members and if there's anybody that has any background that would be interested in helping on this, so we can talk some more about that.
good. Yeah, we'll get you help for sure. That's important. Thank you. Anything on the youth banner? I think we were going to park that for
The summer.
the
For
summer.
Yes,
Mhm.
yeah, so we don't have any updates on the youth banner contest at this time.
Thank you. And then lastly, summer logistics.
We have no updates. I will tell you that Faith and I, and Crystal did a significant walkthrough last week at Village Fest, trying to determine what it would look like, to shift it further south, further north and open up from Arena South. So we have a tentative plan in place based on our walkthrough, so that when we are ready, we can start to move those vendors and open up that street. We will let Joy know so she can help pass the word around to the merchants who will be impacted by that change as soon as we know. And then obviously we'll let the board know as well that that change is coming forward.
The goal is to compress everybody up.
Yes, yeah. We're just trying to determine really the determining factor is weather.
Weather.
So, the last week was gorgeous. So we had quite a few vendors out. This week will be decent. So we'll probably have quite a few vendors out. And then we'll have to determine as we head into July, who's calling in because the weather's too much. So once that happens, Faith has a plan in place to start shifting vendors and then open up the street from Arenas down to Baristo for traffic.
It's sort of like a natural selection as well, because as it gets very, very, very hot, nobody wants to walk that entire path. I can tell you that from doing it in the summer, so I think it just happens to work.
I will say though, having just one side of the street is really nice because it opens up so much more space to just comfortably
that is
walk
true,
up
too.
and down. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, we go almost every week and it's like, I don't have to get off the street and walk on the sidewalk to
Right.
walk back up.
Mhm.
It's like I can casually
Just
stroll
walk.
in the middle. Yeah,
Enjoy the vendors.
exactly.
Staff reports.
Do you have anything? No. Well, I do. I have submitted my letter of resignation.
My God.
Get the other plaque out.
No.
Nick, you want to submit this one?
So, yeah, it is very challenging. It took a lot of thought. It just feels like it's time. I've spent 19 and a half years with the city. And I've been coming to these board members. I started my career with Village Fest. So I do very much feel like Village Fest is a little bit of my baby. I've spent more than half of Village Fest life with Village Fest.
Wow.
The first birthday that I coordinated was its 15th birthday. So yeah, it's very hard. But I feel like I've made significant contributions to Village Fest, to the city in general, with all of the events and programs that we run. But yeah, I am just kind of looking for some change and some upward movement for my career. And that's kind of where it lies. Ultimately, I just didn't want to leave Dan and Celia, so I'm going with them. But yeah, I'm excited about the future. Got quite a few opportunities before me, so I'm gonna see where that lands. And I will always be available to Faith and the city. I I'm not leaving under any bad blood and very much love the work that I've done here. I very love the relationships I've built and I'm hoping that I have the ability to kind of maintain those in the next phase of my life and my career.
Are you leaving Palm Springs?
I'm not.
Oh,
yes.
then you
yes.
should run for city council.
Oh, I think so.
Where do you live?
But yeah, it's a good movement for me. It's just really hard. I
bet.
feel like I grew up in the city.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I started very, very young here and yeah, it's been great. It's
I
been
can't imagine. I mean,
Yeah.
6 years, I feel it, but you've been here for 19, 20,
years.
that's,
Mhm.
and you've done an awfully great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic job.
Okay, Faith, you're moving up on my speed dial.
Timing, Jasmine? can you share?
I will be here for, in the office for 3 more weeks. I'm gonna get us through our July 4th events. We have a whole series of programs that are happening to celebrate July 4th. And then I've told Nicholas that I will come back at the beginning. I take a summer vacation towards the end of July. It's the slowest time of year for me after July 4th until August when we pick up for the fall. I'm gonna come back and then if he needs anything from me that first week, I'm gonna make myself available to the department and to Nicholas. And then as of August 8th, I'll be done with this.
Oh, you will be missed.
You will be
You
missed.
will be
We have
missed.
your cell number.
You
We
do,
do, we're not losing
Yeah.
that.
and my personal too.
Yeah.
not just the last.
It is indeed bittersweet then tonight.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Here.
we wish you good.
You will be missed.
Coincidence of 3 of you will be there.
Miss you guys, Stephen, and wherever you go and whatever you do, I'm sure you'll be a great success as you work it.
It has been such a pleasure to work with you and your diplomacy is just like beyond. And your talents and your abilities, it's gonna be a big loss for the city.
And just how much you've taught us as board members. I mean, and you're so careful about how, you're very diplomatic about the way you say, don't do that. Just been really good. I've learned so much from you and Faith. And Faith, this has got to be hard for you
Oh,
too. I mean, you're a team.
Yeah, yeah.
She's been my
That's big shoes
supervisor
to
for
fill,
12 years
Nicholas.
that I've been with the city, so, yeah, it's tough.
She's gonna be amazing.
It's like a breakup.
But let's
good too.
still love each other.
Friends, okay?
Wow. She's not leaving the city. Then we'll have to all get together for drinks.
Yes.
There you go. I'm here for that.
Okay.
We'll see you a few more times before.
For sure.
So,
Congratulations.
thank you for sharing
Yes,
that with us.
congratulations.
Thank
So
you.
ditto on all the stuff that I
Yeah.
said. And I'm the almost crying about it because
Joy found
really,
out earlier.
just you can't even imagine the behind the scenes
Yeah.
of the assistants and just the ear that's listening and suggestions and just that she's brilliant, like to try to figure out situations and I hope that there couldn't be anybody, but maybe there is somewhere that could fill those shoes. I don't really know.
First.
No, I actually just walked past her when she was speaking and actually when she was
And you thought she was joking.
crying.
You thought
I
she was
didn't
joking.
know what
You're like,
was
you're
up,
joking, right?
just seemed very sad for a moment and so we stopped to talk and yeah, so that's gonna be a very hard space to fill.
And
unless
the rest of
it's
you.
big.
board members are gonna have to
But
have
see, it's
it.
not going to be. Hank doesn't want it. So, Hank knows how hard this job is and how many hours and just
All-nighters.
hard, and yeah, just so
All-nighters.
much.
Nick,
And-
you collecting resumes right now? Oh, please.
I was like, Dan, are you gonna put your resume?
Stay close.
What an emotional meeting.
I mean, obviously, it is extremely shocking news with Jasmine's departure, and we've appreciated all that Jasmine's given to the city and to the department over her 19 years of service. It is a huge loss for us, but at the same time, we wish Jasmine the best of luck in her future endeavors. But I want to reassure the board as well that, I'll be stepping in to help take over all of Jasmine's responsibilities, and we'll kind of split that between myself and the assistant director. As we kind of figure out how we move on and kind of fill that role. So I met with Faith last week and Crystal just to assure them as well that I'm gonna step in and be of support here. So all those calls, all those emails and everything, they will come to me now. I will be still kind of transitioning with Jasmine in the interim, but you'll see a lot more of me now. And so again, Jasmine, we thank you for all of your years of service. We really appreciated everything that you've done, and best of luck to you.
Thank you. What a really big one of these.
And something very unique.
We get your cell phone number.
Yeah.
And we call it whenever we want.
Yes.
This is the
course.
service we have been
I know.
spoiled. with.
Oh, yes, you know, I have the parks commissioners that call me all the time, every community member that does, so yes.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll share you all my contact information. What was that?
I said, I hope you like working nights and
I
weekends.
already do.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I can't take too much more bittersweet.
Faith, you're not doing anything, right? Okay. No, good, all right, we're good.
So do we have a motion to adjourn?
I will
make a
second.
motion to adjourn.
And I will second.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank
Right,
you.
Cheryl, raise your hand, please. Say aye.
Thank you, everyone.
Let's do it.
Good.
Party's still going. Party's still going.